It's the Filthy Show podcast. You better fucking listen.
Episode 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 13.
Whoa, 13, dude. Our podcast can legally get married in the Middle East now.
Really? That's
I mean,
good.
They don't get to choose.
No.
The 13-year-old does not get to choose, but legally it's recognized. I believe. That'd be a fun way to start. Can you look up age of consent in other countries? I know 13 is actually pretty popular.
13?
A pretty popular age of consent.
I feel like there's some places in the United States where it's 13.
Yeah, dude. I mean, some girls get their period at 9. So they've had 4 years to get ready for big ol' us.
Yeah. You know the law. Once you get your pussy blood, you're married.
Once that pussy blood kicks in, you're getting it.
Yeah, they said.
Oh, this is fun. Okay, first off, you probably should have done a VPN when you Googled this.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. He's looking at the
Wait,
legal
female
age.
and male? So it's
cares?
different?
Yeah, and there's heterosexual and homosexual.
Whoa. So when you're it's like the Middle Eastern countries, it's like you have to be 99.
Look at this
No,
one.
red is for death. Dude.
Black is illegal at any age.
Oh, wow. This is really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Wow.
9 is on there, though. Puberty is also on there. I'm
Wait,
Wow.
where's
Oh my
9?
God. 9 is
9
like
is the-
light pink.
I'm trying
I'm
to see.
seeing 9 over there.
That's Africa, right? No, that's not
No,
Africa.
that's not. Is that 9?
I ain't
Can you
seeing
click on
no
that?
9.
What's this one?
That one. Is that 9?
It has to be on the map because
That's the
it's-
9 color, right?
Yeah, here, let me get a list.
No, that's gray. 9 is like skin.
I like the maps. What is
tan.
green? Was
Green
like
is
18?
green is
Or 16?
let's see. Green is 18.
All right. So, thank God.
21.
Interesting. Australia? Is that
Some
what that
places
is?
in Africa is
Or is that
21.
Cuba?
Well, what's the U.S.? Oh, varies by state. I think that's what this means. Varies.
I
by
don't
state.
think it's more than 18 anywhere.
Oh, I'm looking at the male. I don't care about the
I believe
male.
it's as low as 16.
Yeah. Yep.
Welcome to the Filthy Show, where you can find out where and what can I fuck. Thailand's got to be really low, right? 16 seems to be pretty popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. For
Orange is 15. Wow, 15 is out there though. So that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like if you go to these countries
China.
and you fuck, and you're not breaking any rules, and the society says it's okay. Are you a bad person?
no.
I mean, I think if you go there to fuck, you're probably
Oh
not
yeah,
cool.
If you buy a
Yeah.
plane, if you're at customs, they're like, "What's the reason for the visit?"
Oh yeah, well
You have some hot 13-year-olds.
that's a fun thing to do if you're ever in an international terminal. Walk by the flight to Thailand, and there's always just a bunch of dad-looking guys. Like, business? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cool business.
Thailand's 15.
15. Okay.
You can get past
the
that.
Thai penal code. The penal code in Thai it means if you got a penal,
Oh,
you
if
might
you're-
still be a boy.
But if you're
But you
18,
might be
it's,
a girl.
if you're an 18-year-old, you can fuck 13 and 15-year-olds.
Provides for close in-age exemption in case, 18 has sexual intercourse with another child, age 13. So if you're 18, you can have sex with a 13-year-old.
I wonder what was 9.
Look, and
You think 9 would have been for the girls or the boys?
the girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could definitely see in some countries they don't give it. Oh, here we go. Right here it says, what is the age of consent?
This just
What
froze.
country is the age of consent 9? Right here.
We're
Yeah,
going down a
it-
rabbit
Can
hole.
you click on this?
Yeah, it just froze on me.
Ooh.
All right, we're back.
Technical difficulties.
Can we get the age of consent map back, please? I just don't see us moving forward without talking more about this age of consent. It's
Oh,
just
no,
such
I'm
a
really
fun-
interested.
It's a fun topic. Different cultures interest me.
I saw one up there that said for female, age of consent is 21.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'd like to hear. I saw one that said, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know.
Hey, do they talk? Can they say yes?
Alive? Question mark? Because that don't even matter.
And they're dead. They can't even
So
give
you
consent
can.
either
It looks
way.
like you can go down, and there are more.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
more information down here. Wow, why only Australia? Oh, so this is just like more.
It goes from country to country, I guess.
Must be married. Wow, so must be married is a thing. Oh, this is fun.
That makes sense.
Let's
Must be
scroll
married.
through this. Australia, 16 to 17 in most places.
Okay.
That makes sense. How do you guys? Whoa, Agua La Calientes. Well, this is
Oh,
Mexico.
State of Mexico. Yeah.
These are all different places in Mexico.
Yeah.
Restricted by age difference. Hetero, homo, 12. Oh, they go by gay.
No, just I think some do.
Okay.
It says homo, dude. That's fucking good. That's hilarious. I
A
like that.
lot of it's 12 or
Wow,
14.
this is low.
But
What
unrestricted.
does this mean?
Unrestricted means.
Okay, so I did a podcast
Talk about this a lot, do you?
and we were looking into this, and there's
Wait, Fuzzy's podcast?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they also did this. They were looking through not the world. They went through the United States. So we're doing
We
international.
always one up.
Yeah.
these
We
fat-
always do
fat-
better than
Yeah.
the fucking retards over at
What's
that
the name of
podcast
Fuzzy's
called?
name?
I know you're on
I
that.
think it's called the Fuzzy Show.
Hey,
What a
fuck you, Fuzzy's show.
Dumb name.
I know.
What people are gonna tune in and be like, why is no one Fuzzy? And they're like, oh, that retard just has a dumb fucking Middle Eastern name. He has to shorten it because his name's so gay.
Oh, look at me. I'm Fuzzy. I do age of consent by
Okay,
the United
so let's
States.
see what
We go to the
unrestricted-
world, you fucking Iran
You
bastard.
fucking beaner. You fucking sand beaner. I'll
he-
say it again.
He's not Mexican.
No, sand beaner though.
Oh, okay.
I made him Sandy.
A bean in the sand.
He's a little bean boy.
No one wants to eat sandy beans.
Fuzzy looks like he eats bean pitas.
Yeah, fuck you, Fuzzy.
Fuck you, Fuzzy. Official fucking rival to the Filthy Show.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that shit.
Okay.
What's going on here? Why are we,
So unrestricted.
Restricted
Here
by
it is.
age.
Okay, here's the definition.
okay. Age from which one is deemed able to consent to having sex with anyone else. Okay, restricted by age difference. Younger partner is deemed able to consent to having sex with an older one as long as their age difference does not exceed. Okay. So can we go back down?
Unrestricted is marriage.
So does this mean that? Can we go down to restricted by
Yeah.
age? Would it mean 12 to 16? So like 12 can fuck 16, 14 can fuck 18. Is that what they mean?
No, restricted means that they can give that consent, I believe, to somebody older if reasonable, and unrestricted means if you marry
I
a
know
16-year-old.
that. No shit. I'm just saying.
What's the 12?
reasonable? Is this reasonable? Are these numbers the reasonable numbers?
No, that's the age you can be to marry somebody and just fuck them. Is 16 in that place. 12 is where you can just fuck somebody, but you have to follow a certain guideline.
I want to see unrestricted again. I'm just
Because I want to go to Mexico.
unrestricted.
Age
Age
from
from which
which-
one is deemed able to consent to having sex with anyone else, or marriageable age if they must be married.
Younger-
Age from which one is deemable.
Not exceed
Okay.
a specified amount, but it doesn't specify the amount.
Younger.
I'm trying to get some pussy over here, and they won't give me the fucking information.
Oh, okay. Here it is. So, yeah, so it's kind of it depends on the context. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So restricted by age difference. I guess they just don't show it on this chart
Fair
what
enough.
it is. Yeah.
Okay, but what they're saying is that people at this age can fuck. But you could say the same thing for the United States because a 12-year-old can fuck a 13-year-old, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 16 can fuck an 18-year-old.
So
I think it's like
these
a 2-year
are the numbers
difference.
we need to be looking at.
The unrestricted.
Because these numbers, I would think, probably the same here.
Yeah, it's got to
Right?
be age
Because-
difference. Yeah.
I
And
think
that's also an argument too. And I have said this. I'm gonna start this statement out by saying I don't want to fuck teenage girls.
Okay.
I don't. I do not want that.
Okay.
But I always thought they were pretty good looking. No. I always thought they looked so bad.
That's fine. You don't want to
Um,
fuck them though.
No, I never fuck.
They're
no.
good.
Yeah, I mean they're fine.
sweet.
But my actual point is that I do think it's weird that we're saying a 14-year-old has the mindset to consent to sex with another 14-year-old, but they don't have the mindset to consent to sex with like a 21-year-old. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's more along the lines that a 14-year-old is dumb like another 14-year-old.
Yeah, but a 14-year-old boy can absolutely take advantage of a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
How do you
but-
think I lost my virginity? I tricked her. I was like, we're going to be famous if we do this.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my virginity at 14. Actually, I'd say 7th grade. What
Mm-hmm.
age do you say you are, 7th grade?
It's
In 7th grade, you're
13 or
yeah.
12. Yeah, I was so young. And it was terrible. It
Yeah,
was
well,
awful.
that's like- yeah, it's
and,
young.
I would actually say in this circumstances, she kind of pushed me into it. I really wasn't ready.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to do it, but she kept putting her hand on my penis.
But you liked it.
I guess. I like telling my friends about it.
That's the cool part.
So young, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't do it again until I was 18 after that.
But I think along the lines of what you said about being 21 and a 14, I think it's because 21-year-old, their brain is apparently fully developed.
What do you think, Nick?
So they're
For what?
Do you think there's any weirdness in that? That
A 21-year-old
A 12-year-old can consent to fucking another like 13 or 14-year-old, but they can't consent to fucking a 19-year-old?
No, it makes
Is there a
sense.
difference in there?
I think there's a difference because I think like when you're like 19 and you're A 12-year-old and a 19-year-old are very different.
That's
I think,
bad.
Looking.
But I feel like I agree that's bad.
Yeah.
And I preface this
That's
by
bad.
saying it's bad.
You turned Philadelphia right there. That's
bad.
bad shit right
It
there.
is bad shit. But I guess what I'm saying is I think the argument was always that, well, they're easily like convinced to do things and they're dumb and they're young and you shouldn't take advantage of that.
That's the argument.
But then you're telling 16, 15-year-old boys that they can.
Yeah. Because they're also dumb.
Yeah, but it's like I guess it's a good. How do you argue it? I think it's a way. I think they're both equal. Like Chris was saying, they're equal minds.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mindset's equal, so it's kind of like a fair playing
Yeah,
ground.
and I think it's also like
if she
they're
gets
gonna fuck. Like
Yeah.
I feel
No
like
matter- you can't stop
if you
it,
brought
yeah.
this to like
Yeah.
law, they're like, hey dog, they're gonna fuck. So unless you
Also-
want us arresting every fucking 15-year-old boy out there, because I mean we were all fucking 13 to 15-year-old boys. You want to fuck, and that's all you want ever at all times. It's
Yeah.
like even though you really can't, like coming from someone who did fuck when he was 13, like.
that was rare.
I wasn't good at it, and I didn't really even enjoy it. I
What
was just
a-
super nervous and scared and like terrified the whole time. And we were in a garage, so it was cold. My ass was cold. I don't like
Cold
when
ass.
my ass
You had
is
a cold
cold.
ass. What age do you think most men are when they lose their virginity?
I looked it up. I think it's like 17.
Can
Okay.
we do a
18.
different tab if you're gonna bring that up? I
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah,
keep
we
going.
want to come back to this.
Okay.
So
wanna-
yeah, well, but it seems like Mexico's pretty similar to us.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, like if a 12-year-old can fuck like a 16-year-old here, I don't know if we'd be cool with that. That seems weird to me.
I was saying, I think like the general rule is 2 years apart. Like if you're 18 fucking a 15-year-old, I don't think
Is this
that's
all
okay.
across the world?
Let's see.
The average
international
for American.
international.
Well, let's look at this one first. We're already here.
This one right
American,
here?
and there's also a little graph over here too.
Yeah, let's see this.
16 years old, closer to 17. I would think for girls it's got to be lower.
That's a cute boy right there, dude.
That is a good-looking
How
boy.
old is that boy?
Because you got to think any girl who wants to lose her virginity can.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. Immediately. As soon as she wants to, she's going to be able to. There's a reason why that video is unavailable, I feel like.
Yeah. No graphic there.
It's really called The Fuzzy Show.
I don't know.
Can we sue?
He's.
We might be able to
I
sue.
think he wanted just the first one to be called the Fuzzy Show. I don't think he.
Oh, he's
locked
only
down-
done one?
We've posted one.
What a fad.
The second one's gonna be called the Fuzzy
I
Experience.
heard the second one's going to be called No One Wants That. Go back. Go back to your fucking your country, you smelly bitch.
Utah is the state with the highest number of virgins.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Mormonism.
That's like Mormon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and they also might not be like giving out that information.
Yeah, they don't
Mormons
wanna-
are liars.
yeah.
Vermont
Mormons
has the
are
lowest
liars, dude.
Wow. Filthy Show, episode 13, the age of consent.
Yeah.
That makes sense because we're 13 now. We're
It's
allowed
important to.
we're allowed to start dipping into this.
No.
This is fun. Can we look at this?
Yeah. I'll just click.
Is
the
there a
image
bigger
itself.
picture of
Yeah.
that?
Let's see this. Let me get.
Get the original photo.
Okay, so it's a.
Oh, it's a
It
video.
comes from a video.
All right, fair enough. We can probably pause through it.
Yeah.
I think you're
We're not
paused.
supposed to have it.
Completely forget why you're there? Yeah, totally.
Just skip that ad, Nick. If we can just find that graphic, we don't need to watch whatever this video.
Yeah.
Because that is interesting to me to see. Okay.
Ooh,
well, this is
Iceland.
fun. Yeah, let's just do
Yeah.
this. 15, Denmark,
16.1.
Sweden. Okay.
Iceland's laying pipe young.
Norway. Interesting. Wow. And I will say can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
All the boys in those countries, handsome.
Handsome.
Yeah.
If you think about
that's
all
true,
like
the
Finland,
Nordic.
Norway, Sweden, just like slick, white,
They develop fast
good-looking
too.
boys. Oh yeah, they're always ripped.
They grow tall.
Yeah.
Those young Danish boys.
The gals are usually really small and
Oh,
petite.
I don't know. Some of the gals are big.
So the gals.
I've met
Viking
some,
blood.
Some thick Swedish broads. And I
Oh,
don't-
Sweden, yeah.
It does something to me.
16.2. Yeah.
It's wild that you go from all these places to Israel. I
Yeah.
guess we could fuck if we have to.
16.7. Okay.
Bulgaria. Ooh, Portugal. Well, is that consensual though?
Nope.
Consensual age 27. Belgium. A lot of white countries I'm noticing.
Chile.
Wow. So it said America was 16. It must not be on this one.
No, this one said 18 in that little picture. we
Oh, it
clicked on.
did. Austria.
I guess it's
17.
going in order by.
And I will say all of these ages are pretty young.
Yeah.
That is pretty young, I think, to lose your virginity. 18's not a bad starting point.
I was 18.
Look, when I fucked when I was 13, which I will keep mentioning because it's pretty badass.
Bragging about it a lot.
pretty badass.
It is cool, man.
But-
How old were you, Nick?
19.
That's not bad either.
When I fucked when I was 18, it was so much better. I just enjoyed it way more.
Oh, yeah.
I was a lot more confident. I was
Yeah.
so confused. 13 wasn't even on the board, dude. I'm so fucking better than all of you
You're
guys.
better than fucking Israel.
18 on the dot.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Is that
Good for
Greece.
America.
What do you guys think is
Opening
going to
Greece.
be the latest?
Japan, maybe?
Japan.
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 It gets to Japan,
And-
it says 4.
Oh,
I would say like maybe Russia.
Yeah,
They're
maybe.
very cold places. You're not in a hurry to fuck.
No, your dicks are always so in your body.
We
18
will
point-
fuck when we are 48.
We will fuck
Damn,
once we
that's
have
surprising.
Ukraine.
France is surprising.
Yeah, because France is very romantic and sexual.
South Africa.
That's also probably not consensual. Wow, Mexico.
Okay.
What they're okay? So Russia is towards the end.
How long is this video?
We're getting towards the end, right?
Yeah, we got a
Oh.
minute left.
All right. So Japan, Nick's still on the board. What are you going with, Chris?
I'm gonna go China.
Yeah, China.
An Asian.
Yeah, Asian countries. I haven't seen a lot of Asian.
No.
Taiwan, which isn't a country, by the
'Cause
way.
they're very,
we,
like,
we post on TikTok sometimes.
19.
Asia.
I'm gonna say China for 21.
The Asian countries are starting to come into play right now. Ooh, Japan. There we are. Very.
Yeah.
What do
We
you
got
say, Adam?
19.4.
I feel like too many have gone by. I already said Russia. And I
Okay.
was way early.
So let's see where we are.
Lots of Asian countries.
Yeah, I say China with
Well, that makes sense because it
Hong
is
Kong.
like
Yeah.
premarital sex and like out of wedlock
Thailand. Thailand's still China.
births are looked upon very poorly
Yeah.
in the Asian.
Oh, 22.1.
Wow, 22. There's also way more men than women in China, so I
That's
think
true.
it's harder for
Slim
them to get
pickings.
laid.
India makes sense too, dude. They are so deprived of fucking.
Ooh, I forgot of India.
Malaysia.
Malaysia is
23.
23.
Malaysia is a bunch of fags.
Yeah, can we look up gay sex?
Yeah.
India,
8.
All the Middle Eastern countries. 7, 6, 8, 8, 8, 3.
Oh, look, America's 10. That's pretty high.
All right, let's keep coasting through this. And
Okay,
then
United
let's not
States.
do the whole episode. Age of consent is probably a good call.
Do you want to do America? That's pretty boring.
We can just scroll through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
the
shitty
unrestricted
podcast
is the
already
one.
did something like that. Well, that makes sense then, if that was the thing, because
Look at
it's
this-
just non-specified in most countries.
Okay.
Alabama's 19.
Restricted by authority.
Alabama's
Oh, yeah.
19? That's
I gotta
wild.
look that up. What does that mean?
But so I believe restricted by authority, at least from my understanding, is you can do it, but if there's some kind of issue and the parents say they weren't cool with it,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
then you might go to jail. Because I think Washington, where we used to live, I knew a guy there who had a girlfriend. Everything was fine. They were consensually having sex. He was like 21. She was 16, which is a little gross, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I had somebody in my college doing that.
That's a little gross. But he was a fucking retard. And I'll make that argument later. Retards are going to fuck whatever they can fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really think we should
That's
hold
true.
against them. But everything was cool, and then she got pregnant, and the parents were really pissed. And then they, like, voiced
Oh, okay.
issues with it. And we're like, we were never cool with it. We never consented to it. And he went to like, real jail.
Dang.
I don't know if it was prison, but it was like a legit jail for 2 years.
What was it, statutory rape?
I believe that. And now he's a sexual offender. So
Does he get to
Yeah.
see his kid, or do they abort it?
they aborted it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
in
They
my
ruined his life. He's like
Yeah.
fucked in the head now.
Was he a comedian or?
No, he's a friend from middle
Yeah.
school. Not a terrible guy. Just a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I won't say his name because I don't think this comedian wants this information out there.
you don't have to say his name. Just say it.
But this isn't the guy in the story. But I was opening for a like fairly big comedian, and we were hanging out afterwards watching like To Catch a Predator videos. But not the Chris Hansen ones, like the amateur ones that are really fun. Because it's just some goofball that's like, I'm going to pretend like I'm 14 and see if I can get this guy to meet me at a Walmart. And then I'm going to chase him through the aisles. Have you seen those?
No, I've never seen
Those are fun.
That
Really?
sounds fun. It's like
Yeah.
catfishing.
So it's
kinda,
just normal guys doing it, right?
Uh-huh.
Fuck, that's dangerous.
So, yeah, not really. Because the guys they target are
What if
so
he wants to
scared and
fuck,
stupid.
dude?
Where is the boy? Where is the boy?
Khalifa!
He's slightly floating over the ground. Where is he? Ah, shit. We catfished a fucking shaman. But this comedian, we were watching, he showed me 3 different episodes. where it's like a small, definitely like basically retarded guy, almost a midget, and probably like in his 40s. And he was making the argument like, this guy didn't necessarily want to fuck a 14-year-old because he wasn't like in chat rooms going after kids. It's just that he met her in a chat room that was for like sexual talking, and then she disclosed that he was 14. And he was just like, whatever. But no one wants to fuck this guy. And he wants to fuck because he's probably never fucked or only fucked once in his whole life. So, yeah, when a 14-year-old girl comes along and is like, I want to suck and fuck you, he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And they get him 3 times. So,
well, as long as he's in Arkansas, he's fine.
They pull up to his house the first time, and then they text him from the same number, and she's like, that was my uncle. I'm sorry. Like, this time will be different. They get him again. And then they get him like 2 years later, with a different number. But I think there's some truth to that. Like, some of these guys aren't necessarily predators. They're just unfuckable monsters.
Yeah.
And like, could you imagine living your whole life like desperately wanting the touch of another human being?
Yeah.
And there's no options for you.
Do you remember
prostitution? But a lot of these guys don't, think to do that.
It's like, think about being a kid where you were just so horny all the time you can't fuck anything. Where you put your dick,
Oh,
you
my
would
God,
rub your cock on.
Just in your cat's ass?
Yeah.
Just right in your cat's ass.
You just rub it on your dog's tongue. And you're good.
Rub it on your dog's tongue?
Yeah,
You didn't even put jelly under your little folds of your dick? That's what I did.
I'm alpha, dude. I rub it on the tongue and I.
That is. What animals licked your dick when you were a kid, Nick?
I didn't have any.
So you had to go to the neighbor's house?
Yeah.
You had to steal their guinea pigs?
Exactly.
The way Nick said that was kind of sad.
Yeah, I wish.
Nick's just holding a handful of guinea pigs.
What are you doing with those, Nick? Shut up.
Fuck you! Nick gets catfish because he thinks it's a guinea pig. This is a big fucking black guy. I bet you thought I was going to be a guinea pig. No, I'm sorry.
man.
I'm not a bad guy.
I wasn't going to do anything. What's all these condoms for? Nothing, man.
I don't know, man. Come on. I'm sorry.
Oh, this motherfucker brought seeds.
So does it ever go under 16
Yeah,
in
let's
America
see.
for unrestricted?
Oh, okay. That's what we want to look at, right?
It's the unrestricted. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes under 16. Let's see.
No, that's good.
I would be surprised.
I'd say 16 is a good age.
16's pretty young.
Okay.
But
don't
granted,
come at me like that.
So look at this,
wow,
21.
21 in Virginia.
In
I feel like they had a lot
Or
of mistakes.
Washington.
Oh.
21 in Washington?
Yeah, but I think, like I was saying, it's 16 to a certain extent.
For the parents
as long as
to
you don't
be
like.
okay with
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about 18? If
I think at 18, still the parent could make some noise. And get
that's
in trouble.
lame.
Wisconsin's just straight up 18.
Only that makes sense.
I think
or it's just they don't know. Also.
you're 18. You can join the military. You can get fit.
What's this column? No.
I think that's
Must be married.
Must
Okay.
be married.
I'm sure, like in the India and Middle Eastern countries and stuff,
Where
that would be
like the daughters are property and shit.
Rest of the world, China.
14. Wow, that is fucking young.
Yeah, that's very.
That is way too young.
Hell yeah. And
Brazil is also 14.
Yeah, it's young, but it's still 20 is the age of they lose their virginity at mostly. Is the average.
That was
for China.
true. That is true. That's a good point. Well, also, I don't think anyone's running around tallying up the numbers of the 14-year-old girls that got.
I don't think
fucked.
anybody can tell the difference because they all look
They
young.
all look the same age.
It's either they're
They're
14 or
14-year-old.
30, like 3,000 years old.
900. Let's keep going. Let's scroll for low numbers.
Yeah, we got a must be
let's
married
look for
one
the
right
low
here.
numbers.
Saudi Arabia, you have to be married.
Restricted by age difference is 12.
I have sex in low numbers.
I have sex with small children, but only in South Africa and China. It's legal there. Their
Philippines.
pussies.
I feel like the
have
Philippines.
hair.
No, the Philippines is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm seeing over here. I'm not really seeing anything. Whoa, this is wild.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It looks
Oh,
like
it depends on male
lottery
versus
numbers.
female. So
Oh,
Ecuador, so
interesting.
14. Which is that? I'm assuming that is male.
The gay thing is really.
I think
fun.
male is on left.
Okay.
Oh, it's homos.
Homos.
Oh,
Homos.
Kuwait counts the homos.
Sometimes you gotta let a homo
Good
fuck.
for you, Kuwait.
That is progressive. They have their own numbers. If that's not inclusive, I don't know what is.
Oh no, it's Ecuador, not
Male,
Kuwait.
female.
It's the same though.
So actually,
Okay.
male is 18, female's 14.
Whoa.
For Ecuador, yeah.
Wild. So, wow.
So males have to wait. Females can.
Wow.
Why is?
I have a feeling they don't really give a shit for the males.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at this. Uzbekistan has a gay one.
Okay.
For females though, only.
Only gay chicks. We cool with that. Macau, 14. Wow.
Okay. Yep.
That's really young.
That's part of China.
Yeah, that's pretty
Can
bad.
you quickly look up how much a plane ticket to Macau
Yeah.
is? Wow. So, yeah,
Bahrain.
Yemen.
most of the world is really surprising me. Bahrain also.
Yemen
21.
doesn't even have a fucking answer.
Yemen's just like, whatever. If you're here, just fucking stay. Dude.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
We need people.
We need people to fuck.
Puberty for
Whoa,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Just the word
Afghanistan. Come on.
Afghanistan.
North Korea, 15.
That's pretty young.
And Afghanistan's yes for marriage.
Well, North Korea,
Only
they're just like,
marriage.
you guys got to make people. We need more people.
Oh, Afghanistan's yes to marriage.
Yeah. I guess if you just give him a goat,
Also,
you
if
can
you
fuck his daughter.
marry a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
puberty, is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I mean, if you...
Tajikistan sounds like a fun place. 16. 13?
13.
Whoa, so what is this? This is gay?
So, yeah,
Nigeria.
gay is 21, and then 13's...
Damn, so you gotta wait till you're 21 to get railed in the pooper by your
That's
buddy?
no way.
That's pretty progressive that they even have that.
Africa. Come on,
In
guys.
Niger, dude.
Niger.
I remember pronouncing that wrong. Very,
Yeah.
with much enthusiasm in 6th
Yeah.
grade. My teacher was not proud of me. And she was black.
Oh, well.
Well,
They should.
a boy's gonna read it the way a boy's gonna read it. All right, I think we got the gist of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
move on. We've how long have we watched? Well, I guess we had a
We
break
lost like
in the middle.
5, so we're on 33 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, a lot of age of consent.
That's too much.
No, it's good to know for people.
And you're so red faced. you see how red Chris's
Am I
face
red?
is?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you are.
yeah.
I think it's a beer, maybe?
You're a,
Puberty
We're
in
excited.
Afghanistan?
I think it's
Woo!
more the sexiness of the topic.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, we all had eventful weekends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris, you took place in the Creek in the Cave roast battle. Nick, you did the
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Vulcan one. I judged both of those.
That was fun shows.
Yeah.
Both of those, I will
That was
say,
good.
probably the best Creek in the Cave roast battle we've done, and the best Vulcan roast battle we've done.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is dope to just know that you can sell that many tickets to roast battle shows in different venues,
Yeah.
different days,
Yeah.
back to back like that.
Were they both sold out?
No, not to disclose secrets.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
No, it's cool. We can talk about it. But the thing about here is, even if we don't sell that crazy, it's comedians love roast battle.
Oh, yeah, they
So, because it's one of the few shows where you can, it's like, yeah, I know everyone on the lineup, but no one's doing jokes I've heard before.
Mm-hmm.
So I do actually want to see this go down. And we do a lot of comps, too.
Yeah.
We have so many comedians on the lineup. So we ended up probably only having about 80 to 90 tickets sold, which still is not bad.
do. That's
at all.
really good.
But I mean, there was probably at least 150
They were
people
awesome.
in that
They were
room.
an
It was
awesome
Yeah,
crowd.
that was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Both those roast battles were sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Nick
really
crushed on his.
Oh
Thanks, man.
yeah,
You too,
on the
man.
Vulcan
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, your recording that's what everyone was talking about.
Oh,
Was
that
the
was
recording?
fun.
It
He
was
did
so
that
funny.
in my garage. We can talk about that. Chris
Oh, yeah.
roasted an Asian man, Michael Ridley, very
Very
funny
funny
comedian.
comic.
By the way, I had no
Yeah,
idea
very
who
funny.
he even really was
Until
before
that,
that, but I saw him around. Certain people, you see them and you're just like, I hope that guy does roast battle, or I hope that
Yeah.
girl does roast battle, because they just goofy looking people are great for roast battle because you got
Goofy.
stuff to say about them, and then also goofy looking people have good senses of humor usually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd seen him around. Asian dude with a mullet, like you want that guy in
Yeah.
roast battle
Oh, yeah.
hard. And so, yeah, Chris, do you want to say what you did since you did it?
Oh, yeah. Well, Michael Ridley, very funny comic. Love him. Very nice guy. He
we
has
said that already.
I know, but can I say my piece?
No. Continue.
I was roasting him, and he has a dead mom.
Hell yeah.
Dead Asian mom.
Dead as shit.
Yeah.
She
so,
had him when she was 9. Aging consent.
Yeah. So I like him so much, so I decided to do a seance for his mom during the roast battle, and I pre-recorded a couple things for that.
Oh, shit, that wasn't her?
That wasn't her, man.
Oh,
I don't
man.
have
Oh.
powers.
I'd say it's less funny now to me.
Well,
I thought it was real.
the Asians don't go to an afterlife or anything. They're done.
You can't call Asian hell. They're not allowed to contact with the other places. they're restricted
Trading
to
burgers on
just Chinese
They keep
hell.
themselves.
They can only see Chinese hell internet.
Yeah, those fucking commie
Damn,
ghosts.
They live under communism even in hell.
Yeah, that sucks. So yeah, we just played it over the speakers. We had a really fun seance thing. I just did a racist Asian accent. I recorded it. Should I play the recordings at all?
Yeah,
or-
do you have
if
it?
you want to send them to Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send it to me, or you can even just play it right into the microphone.
Yeah.
It sounds
Okay.
fine.
You think that'll sound okay?
Yeah, that should sound fine.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, do
Or-
it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did.
This is basically Chris
This
being
is one
like,
of them.
"Hey, are you here?"
Yeah. I just went here to here, but this is the best
Hey,
one.
Grease.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
see your dick. You got the big, great, powerful dick. Dick so powerful it beat the Mongolians. Unlike my lame fucking son's dick. Lame, small dick that brings great shame on family. But Grease, your dick makes my pussy go ba-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Boom. I like your dick. Fuck you, Michael.
You completely lose the accent at the end.
It was really fun.
Oh,
Words.
blasting over the speakers in
Yeah.
here, like to the point where it was like almost too loud. It was
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah. It was fun. Michael Ridley took it like a champ, though.
He still won, but it was controversial.
Yeah. That's
You
fun.
won the battle, but we asked you guys to do another joke, and then Michael didn't have one.
No.
And then all of a sudden did have one after he lost the vote,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Interesting strategy, Michael Ridley. But yeah, it was great.
It was fun.
Nick, you roasted Jack Timmons.
Jack
right?
Timmons,
who
yeah.
came at you, man.
Yeah,
that was
he was
close.
good. Yeah,
You
it was
won
really
that,
close.
right?
It was a draw.
Oh yeah,
we
it was a draw.
we did a last joke,
Oh,
and
it was
both
a
of our
draw.
last jokes were not
That
good.
seems to be the thing. Like
That's
I tell people to have an extra joke,
Yeah.
but it's just like you're obviously going to put your best in your roast battle. The worst one's always going to be
Yeah.
your sixth.
I've won on a last joke twice against Heather and Colin, and I should have known better for this one because I had a better last joke that it was just like it was a shoe-in kind of, but I just didn't do it. I should have, but
What was
I
it?
took the draw. It was just like a simple one. I was gonna say that Jack. I thought it would have worked. Jack looks like a college educated beaver. I think that would have worked.
Goofy.
That's fun. I
You're
have-
such a goofy roaster.
You're the best though. Like you always have such good like.
Clean, too.
It's very clean and very
Usually.
wholesome, and you have such good. It'll be like Jack looks like, but not like Jack looks like his physical. It'll be like Jack looks like he sits in a. You didn't do the one in the armchair and goes ah.
That I gave that to Fuzzy.
Oh okay.
Yeah, Fuzzy asked me for one. Yeah, but I like doing those like vague ones that like
Yeah.
they make sense.
Yeah, because that is the thing is the crowd's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what did you say about Colin O'Mara?
Col-
You look like food comes to the table at a restaurant. Like, this shit looks awesome.
Yeah. It looks like when the food gets to the table, you go, "This is what I'm talking about."
So fun.
And you're roasting Mike Eaton, right?
Yeah, Mike Eaton for South by.
South
yeah.
by Southwest.
Yep.
That's gonna be insane.
Yeah,
he's
I'm excited.
probably one of our best.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. Yeah, he's really good. So that'll be awesome.
And you're roasting
Darian
Irwin, and I'm roasting.
He was
Casey
on our
Rocket.
podcast.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
three guys that went to LA with me for the LA versus Austin roast battles. Those are coming out now. By the way, they released Darian, Jam in the Van, YouTube, and Instagram. I believe they're posting those. Mike Eaton's one with the retarded dude in the wheelchair.
Yeah, I saw that
It's
one.
up to like 1.2 million views.
No way
Yeah.
on YouTube.
The
That's
clip.
awesome.
The clip.
Oh, the
sorry.
clip. Yeah, that's still great.
Still
yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
I
think-
saw parts of it. It was funny.
Well, Jam in the Van's like really legit.
Yeah, yeah.
Music, and now they're doing comedy too. It
Yeah.
was a great venue. I had a blast.
How many people can it fit?
I believe it was sold out. I think we had like 160.
Sitting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting inside. And
Okay.
then there's a massive patio outside too, where I think they used to do stuff. And it was dope. I mean, I hate LA. I think LA fucking blows.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's the worst city in the world.
It's the worst city in the world.
What's so bad about it again? Like, is the people or the
people
place or
are
what?
just yeah. Well, so the city itself is a shithole.
Yeah, I've
I
heard.
believe
I've heard
that it
it's
used
awful.
to be really nice, but now it's like literally covered in shit. Like the homeless people are so much more vocal than here. Like, look, we have a lot of homeless, so I can't throw that at them.
No.
But our homeless will fucking be like, you got a cigarette, you ignore them, you walk on, it's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, fuck it.
Multiple times there, I tried that same tactic, and they'll just follow you. They'll be like, hey, the gankers are coming after you. They'll get in your shoes, and you're like, what the fuck?
The
No,
gankers,
I don't
dude?
want them to come after me at all.
Give him the fucking dollar, Adam.
You
The
have-
gankers?
You have to at that point.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and it's like literally human shit
Yeah.
on the ground, like just nothing really that fun to do without spending a fuck ton of money.
And plus, like, you have to get around too, right? The traffic.
Oh,
I've heard
driving
it's awful.
sucks ass. I just I'm more of a walker anyway.
Yeah.
Like when I'm even here, I'll just walk places. But we had a lot of people with us. Our whole group was like 5 people, and most of them were fat, and I'm also fat. But I like to walk. I've got decent for walking. I never really get that tired.
No.
If I start jogging, for
You
sure.
got a good walking body, dude.
Yeah, I got a thick walking boy.
Yeah,
body.
you walk.
But yeah, we ate at places and stuff, but it's all just expensive and fine food. I just didn't give a shit about it. And then the touristy stuff looked kind of fun, but you can do touristy shit anywhere, museums and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, the people is the main pullback because they have this mindset that they're like, they are the world.
Yeah.
Like LA is the world, and that's how the world works. Like we think this way, and that's how it is.
They're a very narcissistic
That's
city.
how it is in places that matter. Like I legitimately was talking to this one female LA comedian. I won't disclose her name because I don't want her to get any attention because she was dumb. But she was just basically like, yeah, you can only get away with dirty jokes in like cities where the people just like aren't very well educated because they don't understand that what they're laughing at is problematic. I'm like, what they're laughing at here is problematic because it's not funny.
What the fuck does that mean?
That everyone outside of LA is dumb.
Oh, no. There's a crackhead dressed up like Spider-Man.
And I would say most of the people I met in LA were some of the most like dull and dense people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like super dumb. Like just so like closed-minded, like not critical thinkers at all. To me, a dumb person is just someone who not necessarily doesn't know a lot of stuff. They're just
Closed-minded.
very closed-minded,
Yeah.
not willing to like look at things from a different perspective. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like no matter how well educated you are. I've met a lot of college graduates that are fucking retards.
Yeah. No,
Oh, there's the
same.
dumbest fucking people in the world. College kids.
are. I live in a college town, San Marcos, Texas, and
Yeah.
it's fucking all retards.
Yeah.
They cross the street. They just do. They don't even look to see, and they have those big headphones, like
Yeah.
the ones you have
Yeah.
on right now,
Exactly.
and they'll just walk right out in front of you. And I'm
College
like,
kids are like black homeless guys. They just walk in the street.
diagonally sometimes
Yeah.
too, so it
Just
takes
taking their
longer.
time.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more. Would you say they focus more on like the status of where they are as a comedian as opposed to the actual?
Yeah.
It's yes, and it's also like LA comedy is like this box is full of all the things a comedian must be, and like I need to be in this, and like if you get out of that, like you're a fucking idiot. Like what are you doing? You got to be in here. You got to like be goofy. You got to be like kind of like. Like that kind of. I know that's a weird explanation.
No, I know what you
but
mean,
it's
though.
like-
How else are
I
you going to get those
mean,
Verizon commercials if you're
fucking
not in that box?
Oranges. Like if you're a white guy, you gotta like wear a sparkly outfit.
Yeah. And you gotta
Or
like
have, like,
apologize a lot on
headband.
stage.
Okay.
Or-
Whoa. That doesn't sound too bad. A sparkly outfit.
Well, there's another guy there who's like really big on social media and stuff, and he's got a huge following, but his comedy was very subpar, and
Yeah, that's.
all he was just like a walking character.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what comedy has become too, mostly because of these like bite-sized clips that people see. Like there's so many comedians that are big because people watched a 15-second clip of them on TikTok and they think that means they're a good comedian. But when you really look at, I've noticed the formula of if someone has a lot of likes and a lot of views on their clip, they are a soft minority. So like Indian, but not too Indian. Black, but not too black. Asian, but like you got a white mom. That's huge. People really like that.
Asian with white mom.
And then if you're any of those and attractive,
Oh, you're
it
golden.
doesn't fucking
Golden
matter what
ticket.
you say at all.
Yeah.
You're fucking famous.
And you'll even go in the comments and there's nothing like, whoa, this guy's so funny. It's like, good for them.
Yeah.
Like they're so, like they don't have to be dirty to be funny. I'm like, well, what was funny?
Yeah.
Like what specifically did you like about it?
This new age of Instagram and TikTok comedians.
So
is
good
fucking
looking
terrible.
is like the best thing you can be right now.
Good
And they're all doing the same shit. Every good looking male comedian is just like, I know what I look like, and I can't have opinions about anything. Like you try looking like me and being like, I have problems too. It's like my problems are my Crocs don't fit right. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
And it's fucking dumb.
That's 20 million on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, there is a
It's-
specific comedian I'm thinking in my head right now.
I know a lot of comedians like that.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Or just a hot girl
A
who
hot girl.
just says something mildly sexual, and then everyone under the age of 20 that watches that clip is like I like the Janie. I like her Janie.
Like. Oh, God.
yeah, you'll see plenty of female comics who you go to their comment section. It's literally just, wow, she's so beautiful. Like, I just want to lick gravy out of her ass skin.
We're ugly.
Yeah, we're ugly dudes, and
We're not gonna.
that's why when I have a clip, and I've had like a couple of decent ones. I have one go over 1 million, and it was just because it was a good joke, and it was kind of blurry, so you couldn't really see how terrifying I was. On TikTok, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have like 3,000 followers on TikTok, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
But I can't get any traction because every time I post more shit, it just gets taken down.
Yeah.
And I swear there's like a formula that if you're saying fucked up shit, it just doesn't get pushed out as much as the other stuff. I'm sure the algorithm is like good, clean, safe, fun, sexy. That's the stuff.
Well,
they
you're no
wanna
Trevor
push out.
Wallace or fucking Churdleys, dude.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not
I mean,
getting
but
anything.
you look at a lot of the big male, like the main male white comedians that are doing really well are like Trevor Wallace, Matthew Broussard, Matt Rife, some other people that are actually like I consider them friends.
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk shit, and I'm not even talking shit about those guys. It's awesome that they're successful. Like,
yeah.
they're not
Work for it.
untalented guys.
Yeah.
But
Don't
when you
tell us they're
see
funny.
them perform on regular showcase shows alongside people who are pushing the boundaries a little bit and fucking going for it, they don't stand out. They stand out when you're doing this and you see like a guy get hit in the balls. You see a girl telling you that having a baby is the hardest thing ever. You see another girl dancing while telling you that having a baby is the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
Then you see a fat girl that tells you that having 2 babies is the hardest thing ever. And then you scroll to some handsome boy who's doing comedy. People are like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know. Their Instagram's gonna be the death of comedy.
It hurts,
Yeah.
for sure. But then you also see those guys have shows. Like, there's another comedian, a girl that got viral for the person throwing the bottle at them on stage. Did you see that?
No.
Or a beer can or something. And she picked it up and
Oh,
chugged
I saw
it.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Which was badass.
That's cool.
It's a really cool clip, 100%.
Yeah.
But she was not ready to be a headliner. And now she is.
Yeah.
And she may have been at that point too, but she was not on the level that she is now. I think she got invited on like some kind of late night show.
late night show, yeah.
And I watched her headline a club here in Austin, and almost every single person after the show was like, huh. Like that's not, I was kind of hoping for more.
King Bach is another one that's just started doing comedy.
Yeah.
He's selling out comedy clubs all over the place.
That's a lot of headliners at comedy clubs now are the guys being pushed. So the guys that are like really like being thrown on social media and stuff, those are the guys that are kind of cheesy, corny. It's not real stand up.
Yeah.
You watch the actual shows, a lot of the stuff they're saying was written for them, not by them.
Okay.
That's a big thing. I think people don't realize when they go see a TikTok comedian and stuff. And I opened for one in a massive fucking theater. I was watching him go over the jokes that were written for him before he went out there.
What were their faces like when you walked on
They
stage?
fucking despised me.
Hey guys.
A handsome young boy that does quirky little videos. They paid like probably a lot of money to see them, and then I walk out there and do 20 minutes of my style of comedy.
Yeah.
I had them for 7 minutes, but I had to do 20.
Do you guys know the age of consent in Chile? I'll tell you.
Well, it was mostly like,
Did they groan?
oh, it got to the point where it's just almost all silence from 700 people.
Oh yeah.
But I was looking at the crowd beforehand, and it's all like middle-aged, ugly Southern women.
Yeah.
And that is not my
Ugly Southern women.
people. But then you look at the comedians that are like legit, the ones that had to build themselves, basically,
Yeah, like
like
Louis.
Tim Dillon. Well, I meant more recent.
Oh,
But
recent
yeah,
guys.
Louis
Yeah, yeah.
too. Louis fucking was in the trenches forever before he really
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
acknowledgement.
Well, like recent Tim Dillon,
Shane
Shane
Gillis.
Gillis,
Shane Gillis,
Stavros.
Stavros is fucking great. Those are guys that
Norman
built.
List.
You know, they built their podcasts, but their podcasts were them stand-up comedians having podcasts,
It wasn't like their first.
and they were
skill.
doing stand-up the whole time.
Yeah.
They weren't just doing a fucking sketch where it's like that guy you see at parties and he's like, "Hey girl, can I text you?" And everyone's like, "Fuck, I do see that guy. I do see that guy." That was something I heard too that I think is a really good. I can't remember what headliner I was opening for, but it's a good indication of a great comic versus a like average comic. They're like an average comic will make a joke that everyone's thought about already, and everyone's thought it, and like it's nothing new or original to the subject at all. But everyone's just like, yeah, I think about that all the time, and you'll even see in the comment sections like, oh my god, he's so right. Like TSA is really mean, and they scream at you. And a really good comic will do something that you feel like you should have been thinking about forever, but you've never thought about it that way before.
Yeah. No.
They're like, holy shit. Like, that is true. Like, like a Louis C.K. bit. Like, if we did just give a bunch of people who are allergic to peanuts and just let them thin out the herd, we'd never have to deal with that again. Yeah. That's hilarious, and it immediately clicks in your head and makes sense, and it feels like a thought that was already there, but it wasn't, and no one had thought about it that way before that. And that's why I think there really only needs to be about 20 comedians, because there's probably only about 20 people in the world that can really do that. Like really,
that honest comedy where
that
it's like,
say something that you've never really considered.
Exactly,
because everyone else is just doing the same thing in different ways. Yeah, and myself included. Yeah. Like I'm a 6-year comic. I'm not fucking doing anything groundbreaking right now. I'm saying dirty, disgusting things that I think are funny, and I'm trying to make it as clever as possible.
But yeah, you're not changing anybody's lifestyle with your comedy.
Not at all. No, I don't think anyone's seeing me and being like, oh my god, I've never seen anyone come at it like that. And that's a goal of mine. I'd like to get there one day.
Oh yeah.
And you want someone to you see your joke and be like, well, that's just how I think now. That's just perfect.
Yeah. The guys I admire are the guys that say shit that I never would even thought of saying, but at the same time it feels like something I should have been thinking the whole time, because it makes so much sense and it's so fucking clever and good.
Yeah, it's like I just thought of one like that Louis bit when he's on the plane first class and he sees the soldier get on the plane and he thinks to himself, I should give this guy my seat. I really should do that. And then he doesn't give the seat. And he feels so good about himself
for even thinking
about it, but not doing it. And we've all felt that way. And I'm like, I felt that way all the time, but it's just like he paints a picture that's so genius and it's so hilarious.
And it's clever.
Yeah.
As fuck. Not so much like when a girl, it's like a female comic, and she's like, when I'm a teacher, the kids never respect me. And everyone's just like, I'm a teacher, so true. Oh my God, my teacher was the same way. It's like, that's dummy shit. Like, that's entertainment for fucking idiots. And there's a lot of fucking idiots out there. So it really does actually pay to appeal to those people.
I think it's just them trying to be relatable, and being relatable.
It's
lame.
Smarter to be the guy doing the conventional, easy shit.
Oh, yeah.
That anyone could really do, I think.
Yes, but like long-lasting like fame and like...
Yeah, it goes, for sure.
Yeah, and the people who have... Yeah, I don't know. You think it's better to be hack?
It's smarter.
It's smarter to be hack?
It's smarter. I think it's better to want to be the funniest comedian in the world and chase that, which is like what my goal is. And I know that's like, it's probably impossible. It's probably 0.0001% chance that I'm going to be one of the funniest comedians of all time. But that's what I want to do. That's the only reason I even got into comedy, because I wanted to be as good as Bill Burr and fucking... Barbra Streisand.
Okay, you gotta calm down.
Louis C.K. But yeah, Louis C.K., Richard Pryor, like all the fucking absolute monsters that were just revolutionizing comedy, basically, just showing how good it can be. That's what I want. And I think most people in comedy don't even kind of
when
think
you set that
to do that.
Of being like that, the best, better than Louis and shit, you're never gonna cap yourself. Some people are like, I just want to be a road feature. You cap yourself, and you already get good enough to be a road feature. How are you going to get better?
Yeah. If you're that guy that can be booked anywhere, he's never going to piss anyone off. He's never going to like rub anyone the wrong way. He's never going to like. He's going to appeal to almost everybody.
Yeah.
But all those people that he appeals to, they're not going to think about him the next day.
No.
They went out and they had a nice evening watching him or her, and like, yeah, that was great. But that's it. Those types of people don't give a shit about comedy enough. The average person doesn't really care about comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think if you're going after the people that actually give a shit about it, the longevity of your career is a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
Because people who give a fuck about comedy are still probably going to be listening to you in 15 years.
Yeah.
In fact, they're probably looking for, like, That's how I felt when I was listening to Louis C.K. like 10 years ago. I was like, I can't wait to see this guy get older.
Oh, same. Yeah.
And like he's just gonna get better. And his opinion, like Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
I'm so if Tim Dillon lives to 50-year-old
Yeah.
Tim Dillon would be fucking incredible.
It's gonna be so good.
It's
Like
also
50-year-old Shane Gillis. Can you imagine how fucking
He'll probably-
incredible
he
he's
could
gonna
even
be?
surpass Louis at that.
Big J Okerson, old Big J Okerson. Like it makes me excited. And I always was a pretty big comedy fan growing up, which I think that helps to be a comedian. It helps if you really like the craft, and not just the comedians, but the craft itself.
Oh yeah.
Like you actually
Getting it
really
better.
like it. And for me, the best part of comedy was always saying horrific shit, but making people laugh anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like Dice Clay and Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
Brian
Just
Holtzman's a hero of mine.
Be good enough to take that conventional crowd that's gonna forget about you and just make them fall in love with comedy because you're so good.
I mean-
so they turn into comedy fans and you add more to it. If you
It's-
keep adding these shits from Instagram, comedy's gonna die off because people are gonna think that's
but
what
that's,
it is.
that's trendy shit.
I know.
For sure. I hope.
I think it is. No, I don't think it's
Yeah.
sustainable. I think
It's
no
not.
way. Yeah.
I think all those guys doing,
It's like the suit and tie guys from the '80s.
they're
It's all
nothing
trendy.
now.
They also-
Seinfeld's the only one that broke
Yeah.
through,
Yeah.
and that was because of Larry David, not because of Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, yeah, Larry David never wore a suit.
Plus
No.
those little clips on TikTok, like they can make people laugh for like 15 seconds, but like an hour, that's like
An hour of
It's like
that?
a train. You have to be like a trained like athlete almost to like do
yeah.
an hour of material that kills the whole time.
And it's hard
to do
People
20.
can't-
I got to do 30 minutes here. I co-headlined with Derek Poston, and there was like probably like 27 people in the audience. But cruising through that, and by the time I got my light at like 28 minutes and feeling like, wow, I felt like I was just getting going. Like that was the best feeling I've ever had in comedy. And I've played for like, 700 people in that one show where I did really bad. But I've also done really good in front of like 300 to 400 people, opening and stuff, doing shorter sets. But it was that 30-minute set that like probably was one of the best feeling sets I've ever had.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like I could be funny for 30 minutes for people who have no idea who I
It's-
am.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a skill in itself.
It really is. I do open mics, so still mostly. So I did like 4-minute sets and I'm used to it. But every so often I'll do like 10, 15. And once I hit 10, I'm like, holy shit, I'm not used to this. And I'm like, it really is a game of stamina and like there's a whole skill involved.
It's a
and just
different ball
keep
game.
going.
Yeah, because I haven't done an hour yet, and I won't until I'm ready. I would take a 45-minute set right now, even though I'm not ready for it. I've always been a big advocate of that. Take gigs you're not ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they offered it to you,
Get out of
that's
your
their
comfort zone.
mistake.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
Like I said on a previous episode, like if someone books me on a show I know I'm not a good fit for, I still take it.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go.
That's the booker's fault for not knowing who they're booking.
They made the
Exactly.
mistake, not me.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be uncomfortable for them, but even when my set's uncomfortable, I still try to pull something from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with all that said, and having its goals as far as they are for me, I still have achieved way more than I ever thought. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I consider Brian Holtzman a friend
Yeah.
now. That would blow my mind 7 years ago that like Brian Holtzman, a legend amongst comedians. Like most comedians who have seen Brian Holtzman know that dude is a fucking treasure.
Very
Oh, yeah.
nice man.
A sweetest man. And that he would come up to me at Skankfest and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Adam, I haven't seen you in like a year. Fucking how you been? Like, even though it's not real friendship, but it's friendly. That
Remember
feels
how you
pretty
used
fucking
to
good.
just yell at us about things to change something that we had no power changing? It's like, take the bear off the stage.
They
you
get really
idiots."
mad at us that there
We're
was
like,
a bear.
we didn't put the bear on the stage, Brian.
I told him the bear was gone. He got really happy.
He's like, thank you, boys. You did a good
didn't
job.
do that, though.
We don't own the creek, Brian. Do you know this?
All right. Well, we're pretty deep into this, right?
Yeah, about an hour.
What time is it?
Yeah.
We got a show after this.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's only
we can-
7.
we can probably cut it down. I think that's pretty fun.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's
Nice
good.
little comedy rant after
Yeah.
a 30-minute age of consent conversation.
That's fun. Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly.
But yeah, I guess all in all, I'd say comedy is definitely on a rocky road right now.
Yeah.
But I think dirty comedy is always going to be the toughest base for comedy. Like, I think if you take that away, you have a chance of comedy going away forever. Like, I think in movies, and like, it just shows in movies alone, like, they took away the raunchy, dirty, inappropriate comedy.
Yeah, when's the
And
last
when
time
was
you've seen
the
that?
last good comedy movie that came
Exactly.
out? There isn't
There
one.
isn't.
There hasn't been one for years. Super Troopers 2 is the last movie I remember seeing at theaters and laughing.
Well,
my
just
ass
look
off.
on the bright side of things. Puberty is the age of consent in Afghanistan.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we can go.
But yeah, I guess so we can. Did you?
No, we're good. We're good.
So we can clip this, and you don't say anything about people getting fucked. People hitting puberty getting fucked in Afghanistan. I just think you need dirty comedy to keep comedy alive. Like they took it out of the movies, and now movies are dying. It still exists in some of the TV shows, but most of the old TV shows that are just still running, like Always Sunny and South Park.
Yeah.
But the second you take the like edginess and the raunchiness and the risk takers away from comedy, the comedy goes away eventually too. Because your mom's friends don't fucking know what's funny. And they're going to go see 80 for Brady or whatever the fuck that movie's called.
That movie looks good, dude.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
A bunch of 80-year-olds trying to fuck Brady?
Yeah, but they're going to go see that shitty movie, and there's probably going to be 3 more sequels.
Yeah.
When, I would take a Hangover 4 at this point. I don't give a fuck. Just please.
What if 80 for Brady ended with Tom Brady just plowing all of them?
Then I would see the fuck out of that.
Then,
that'd be a
okay,
good
you don't
ending.
know yet.
But yeah. Keep fucking dirty comedy alive is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. Fuck the Fuzzy show. Fuzzy's a rip-off piece of shit, and his nipples are gay. His nipples look dumb. I've seen them. They're
We starting
bad.
this beef?
Yeah, he's got triangle nipples.
Hey, Nick, can you tell Fuzzy all this?
Sure,
for
yeah.
us? Okay, cool.
He
I'll
wants Dick
start
to
a
do
beef.
blackface on his podcast.
He did.
That sounds pretty cool.
It's bad. Well, I'm saying we need to do that.
Oh,
first.
fuck.
All right, hell yeah. Thanks, guys. We love you all.
Thanks.
If you get offended, then you can get fisted. Let's get filthy. You don't wanna miss it. We want you to